Hey, check this out. Here's some little wild grapes. Pretty cool, right? Let's pick those. Actually, let's try one and see how they taste. I mean, how cool is this? You know, you walk in and there's these beautiful biodynamic grapes just hanging. What? Sure. They're so good. Man, just really get a greenhouse. Whatever kind, whatever style. I mean, we've got all these grapes here just hanging. Take the leaves and I just feed it to the raspberries. It's like plant food. I mean, just look at these beautiful grapes just growing all over the place. When you walk into the greenhouse, they hit you in the forehead. Oh, have a bite of this. That's pretty good.
Tasty. Very tasty.
Yeah, that's great. There's another tomatillo. There's another tomatillo. Oh, yeah. Oh, good idea, good idea. This is the chocolate persimmon tree.
Don't you ever get tired living out of a suitcase?
What? Hello everyone, welcome to the Food Forest. This is August of 2012, about middle of August, probably the 23rd actually, the end of August. And this is what we've got so far. It's I planted this in 2008, April 2008, so this is now the 5th summer of this garden. And let's come in, let's pick some stuff. Around this deck here, I've got a lot of gooseberries, and further down there's some hardy kiwis and some principias. That's a highbush cranberry. And then throughout most of my inner garden here, there's a lot of raspberries. I wanted to circle the whole thing with raspberries in a way to kind of naively keep deer out, and then fill it full of herbs and vegetables on the inside. What I've realized is that the vegetables do very poorly when they're not protected, because this is a very wild area. There's a lot of wild animals here, and when competing with nature, those domesticated plants don't do very well at all. So we have in there raised beds which are protected. And even that was attacked by something. So something climbed over or got inside and ate a bunch of stuff too. So it's really, when you're growing in these kind of places where there's a lot of trees and everything, you have to realize that there's a lot of wild animals. This isn't the suburbs. Growing in the suburbs might be much easier because you have no deer. There's a lot less trying to compete with you for food. So let's pick some oregano, and then also too, I plugged in about 4 fruit trees in the middle of this garden. So now we can have a little more overstory, some more cover, and we don't have to worry about the competition from the weeds as much, because these weeds are just very, very strong. I mean, I didn't plant any of this. I planted this here, and I planted this yarrow here, but everything else is just kind of coming in from the raspberries and the herbs. There's some beautiful little flowering things here. I have no idea what there are. Goldenrod. I've got grapes here. This is a pear. Plum back there. Another plum. And then all the way through here are grapes coming up through. But because it's very cold here, and I'm not seeming to grow the right grape, or maybe it's competition from the raspberries, but the grapes have stayed pretty small fruit-wise. Okay. Let's pick some of this. So this is oregano. Obviously not liked by the deer. There's still some flowers on here, so I'm not going to pick too many because I want the bees to have as much food as possible. I'm going to pick some of the lower ones. And since we've been picking basil and tomatoes and peppers, this is really a perfect combo. And again, the deer don't like this, so that's why I'm just planting more and more. It's less work for me. Just finding out what they like, what they don't like. Herbs are very good. Herbs are very good. Let's walk into the greenhouse after this, and I'll show you some of the grapes. And then we will go pick some grapes, and I'll show you a few things, and then we'll be all set. You can see it's a complete jungle in here. One of the biggest things I could recommend is really get a greenhouse. Whatever kind, whatever style. I mean, we've got all these grapes here just hanging. Beautiful. There's a Concord, and then there's some other one with really big seeds. It's a little more sour. It's more of like a wild grape. But all these Concords here are just doing super well. Super well. So we're gonna pick some of these. I mean, how cool is this? You know, you walk in and there's these beautiful biodynamic grapes just hanging. What? Sure. They're so good. Biodynamic Concord grapes grown in your backyard. It's perfect. Here's the persimmons. Here's the figs. I don't know if we're honestly ever gonna get fruit on the figs. It seems like it might be just too cold to see fruit. But the persimmons are fruiting. We have 3 fruits. There's one right here, one down here somewhere, one right here, and then one more. So it's kind of a, you know, we're waiting for more fruit obviously, but the tree is beautiful. And there's a hachia persimmon. It's really just taken off. All the ground cover is mostly comfrey, because comfrey is a really nice dynamic accumulator. I think we probably picked about $500 worth of raspberries. Thank God my former self in 2008 was either scared enough from George Bush or just forward thinking enough to really start planning for the real future. Instead of careers, let's think about like homesteads and life and food and water, the real things in life.